I saw a clip, Senator Medhu saying, I'm only 34 years.
Yeah.
Now, a person like that is not like Muga and Manyora. You can't scare people like those. No, there's nothing, you can't scare them.
They think very differently.
Yeah, and if you see, and I've been saying this repeatedly, and I hope some of these things we say reach the ears of the right people. The moment you allow a situation where the police are overpowered by civilians, you are getting very close to anarchy. That should not be good. And if you saw on Kalau, people could see guys with very dangerous weapons.
Yes.
And yet they were refusing to allow them to intimidate them to enter polling stations. That tells you that we are moving very close to situations where, in not very distant future, the people would not fear the police. The people would not even care about the police. They will manhandle the police. And that's very dangerous for the country. Nobody should allow the country to get that point. We must leave the police be where they are. I mean, it can be what I used to see when I was young, where 2 policemen enter a village and arrest 100 people. Wenyewe kwanza wanajifunga kamba. Alafu polisi moja mbele na mwingine nyuma. We are not there. We are in a different, but still there is that element of the police not just being accepted or respected, some small kind of fear. Let's not call it fear, but it nevertheless is something near that. Even by UN standards, the best country, the suggested ratio is 1 to 400, I think, unless I'm wrong.
Okay.
So where you have, if you have the best policing capacity, you have employed 1 policeman for every 400 people. That is still too much. It can only be a relationship that is managed by force
or by compliance. If you have a citizenry who are willing to comply with the law, then you don't really need to police them.
That's what holds the police.
Yes.
And I want to put this to people who may, for some reason, maybe not be aware. We could be blaming them, they are not aware. We are talking about people in the security sector. Some of them may not be aware that the relationship between state and society is one where society is more powerful than the state. The people at any one given time are more powerful than the government with its instruments of violence. Because the government has a monopoly of violence. It has the military, it has the police, and all other armed agencies. But collectively, the people wield more power, even physical power, and it has been demonstrated in countries where people stop armies. People, not armed people, stop armies. You saw in Philippines, for example, people standing between 2 warring factions. So once you get that into your head, that the people are more powerful than the government with all its security forces, then you get an idea of this relationship. It's a relationship where people agree willingly to submit themselves before the law and before others. That we give you the power to govern us. We even give you the police and the military. So that if there are some among us wale wanakuwa excess, hiyo police
deal now
on our behalf.
It
cannot be we are giving you this police to deal with us. That's not the relationship. No. Once you get it that way, you are wrong. So when you look at Olkalau and the other instances, you see this is how those in charge are seeing it. They are thinking the people, a country, give the government the power to deal with the people. No! That among us there will be bad elements. So we are giving this police ndio tuishi kwa amani.
Okay.
Sasa deal na hao watu. Tumekupa ruhusa. Tumekupa police, tumewapatia bunduki, tumekupatia police station cells, tumekupa jela, tumekupa askari jela, ili wale miongoni wetu wanaleta nyoko na ujinga.
Hao ndio mtadili na wao.
Sasa hao they don't understand that they think the police are used to deal with the people. You can't. Because the people are more than you. In a country with about 100 or so thousand, the entire security forces in this country, I don't think it's beyond 250,000.
No.
Ukiweka yote pamoja.
Ukiweka pamoja na jeshi.
Na jeshi.
Plus NYS uongeze pale.
Sasa kwa watu 50 million, hata ukisema adults, we are more than 30 million adults.
Yeah.
At the very least. Ama ni uongo?
Ni kweli?
Yeah. If you say people beyond 15, because people who are beyond 15 is are human beings.
Yeah.
It's just that the majority age. But in countries where there's civil strife, si watoto wa 9 years wako na bunduki. Hata hapa northern Kenya. Si watoto wa 8 years. So
actually the issue that we've had in the North Rift,
yes,
very many of these so-called bandits are young.
Yeah, young people. Wanakuassemblia bunduki paka wanatoroka. So if you take age 15 and above in this country, we could be talking as well about 40 million people. So if you are 200,000 armed security, how many people can you kill? That is what the government and those in charge of security ought to operate with as operating manual and the software in their head.
Sawa.
Yeah. A by-election would be a poor indicator of what will happen in the general election. But nevertheless, there are lessons you can draw from it. Okay? For both sides. Even for those who have won in Lukalao,
Yes.
there's a big lesson. The first lesson is that this government under Ruto is prepared to do almost anything to get back to power.
Yes.
If you have not seen that, then you are a fool. That's a good lesson. And they can deploy resources. And you don't know, it can fail in Olkalau. How sure are you it will not work next year? So that's a big lesson.
And how do you think they don't learn from it?
Yeah.
So that now they think differently
Yes.
when you're thinking of 2027.
Yeah.
They should. That's what I'm saying. They should learn from this. Secondly,
Yes.
Gashagua and his team must also know it's not going to be a walk in the park. They had to put up a fight. One would expect, for example, if you are in Siaya somewhere and Raila is facing a by-election, for example, he may not even go there. He'll just continue with his business as if nothing's happening. But these guys had to fight the entire duration of the by-election. So this should also be an eye-opener to them, that this is not going to be, it is not true that Ruto is vanquished in the mountain. It's not true.
Okay.
Because if it was true, then they couldn't have put up that fight they put up. But the more bigger lesson is for Ruto. He must now look at people who have been lying to him.
How so?
Because you think Ruto would deploy those resources if people didn't convince him they will work. And if you are a normal human being, a normal human being, an average human being,
Yes.
let us not say everybody, Muga will come for us.
Yeah.
A normal human being,
Yes.
the resources, the attention given to Olkalao can only mean one thing, that there must have been hope that this thing was winnable. So the first thing for Ruto is to know,
Yeah.
listen to what people are telling you with a pinch of salt. No, there are people who are just lying to you. And secondly, for Ruto, he must know it is time to go back to the drawing board.
Okay.
The mountain is more than slippery. Because people have been saying, mountain iko sawa too. Now they know mountain si sawa.
Yeah.
Your mountain si sawa. That's a volcanic mountain. And the volcano has erupted. And this is a year to go. You can imagine how hot the mountain will be for Ruto next year. So he should be prepared. I'm not saying all is lost. I don't look at things in that manner. I'm one of the people who don't look at things in permanence. I see things as always evolving and changing. More so in politics. Politics is very dynamic. He must now begin to look at things differently, believe less those who have been telling, try and cut new friends, come up with new approaches, and concentrate. I've seen, is it Mutai Ngunyo or somebody else, concentrate a lot more in regions.
Yes.
Because you see, what these people normally do is, I hope they send me some check for this. What they normally do, people like Ruto, they take places like Western for granted. City Muga. They take those places for granted. They look at cost so that he can spend 50 million at the cost. and proceed to add 2 zeros on that amount of money and spend in the Central. This is how it has worked from Moi's time. It has always been like that. Moi will be in Kisumu, insult Luos, live there, 5 million, take a chopper, land in Tumutumu, give a school bus, go to another place, give something else, give 50 million, give in one weekend.
Yes.
So I've witnessed it. I witnessed it myself.
Okay.
Insults to Luos and Luyas, get a chopper, go to Central and pour millions of shillings there. This must tell Ruto to pay a lot more attention.
Yes.
A lot more attention to places like Coast and the Western.
Yes.
Than he has hitherto. Because those ones are given token attention. Wale wakinunuliwa mkate na
wako tu sawa.
But because people learn. You want to tell people Malava are not ashamed of what they are seeing in Olkalau. They are ashamed. These things will work. They will have an impact. People telling Luyas thing, munaona nyinyi mnaletewa mkate.
Huko watu wameletewa boat.
Mumeona mpaka boat na hakuna leki huko. Mumeona maboti huko mumeona magas kala ya Radio Generation. Mumeona hizo magas.
Mattresses.
Mumeona kila kitu
Watu huko nasia walikuwa hata kupata change ya 1000 ni shida.
Utapata wapi?
Kila mtu akona
1000.
Kila mtu akona fao bana.
Sawa, hakuna hata 500. Alafu asubuhi kafea pia. Kafea kanatumwa kwa simu yako. Wacha ile vitu yote umepewa. Sasa siku ya kura jana
unapatiwa kafea.
Unatumia 500 kafea. Never mind that most people are working in their polling station. Lakini kafea ya kutoka kwa nyumba. Watu wameandika this is the true case of eating fair. Hii ndio kukula fair.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is and I'm very serious about these guys buying me tea.
Yes.
The truth is, they must pay a lot more attention to those other areas as they recalibrate and re-engineer the game around the mountain. At the mountain, they must re-engineer the game.
Okay.
In other regions, they must pay more attention. You see, and this is where both sides went wrong. Each of them made it appear like it was a war between Ruto and Gashagua. And that's what everybody now... Once again, everybody that's what people began to see it.
Yes.
A war between Ruto and Gashagua.
And Gashagua, yes.
A war between DCP and UDA. A war between government and the opposition. That shouldn't be the case. This is just a by-election like any other. But that's how it was now built. That's how it played out. And that's how we are now concluding that
Ruto has won Ruto has lost the mountain.
Has lost the mountain, and the Gashagua has been confirmed
as the kingpin.
Gashagua has been confirmed as the undisputed king of the mountain.
But honestly speaking,
yes,
how many constituencies are there in the mountain? This is a rhetorical question.
Yes.
If you're talking about population, the population of Olkalau constituency is around 79,000.
It was, I think, 74 thereabouts.
70. Yes, the population of Malava was 205,000.
Yes.
Yes. So if you're talking importance, what are these parameters that you're using to determine which of these two areas was more important than the other?
Discuss it. Kuna jamaa anaitwa Maite amesema Jubilee is a loser, not UDA. Ni kama by the tumesahau kabisa that the late MP of Olkalau, the former late MP of Olkalau was actually a Jubilee member of parliament.
They lost their seat, yeah.
Yeah.
And not just that, the margin is not even a margin. 190 something votes when the victor has 35,000 or thereabouts.
Yes.
For Jubilee, that's a disaster.
What does this mean for Jubilee as far as, first of all, Olkalau is concerned, and perhaps the bigger picture that needs also to be discussed?
I think Jubilee is simply an orphan.
Oy.
Jubilee is an orphan and who is sort of living in a modern world. In the African context where Siti and I were born and grew up, nobody was really an orphan. No.
You couldn't be.
You belong to the community.
Not quite an orphan, the sense in which it is today. People, there were people. You had fathers. Your uncles were fathers. We didn't have word for uncle. I don't know about your place. Me.
No. The uncles had to be my mother's brothers.
Yes, but
my father's brothers who were many.
Father.
Those are fathers.
That's your father. So
yes.
For that reason, then the modern orphan is left desperate.
Genuinely so.
And might even go to a children's home. Just like in the modern world, our children want us to go to old people's homes.
Yes.
So Jubilee is an orphan to the extent that there doesn't seem to be anybody who is taking care of the party. And if they wanted the party to sort of be a party in the sense of a party, then perhaps if Uhuru didn't have time for it, he should just have left it to other people. But unfortunately in this country, these parties, they are only there when the owners of the party are relevant.
Or when they want to be presidential candidates.
Yeah, so you want to use it to be president and then you are a president. When you leave, the party also goes. Raila dies and ODM dies. Uhuru, Kibaki left and PNU went.
Ikaenda tu hivyo.
Hivyo. And so Jubilee just the same route. KANU the same. So there's nothing if you look at it in that sense, there's nothing to talk about Jubilee, nothing to lose. It is already not there.
If the
dynamics as of now is that the dynamics give us DCP as the party of the mountain.
Okay.
The same dynamics give us Rigathi Gachagua as the people's choice of the mountain.
Okay.
As the king of the mountain. So in that context, Jubilee will still not be anything, even if it was under Matiang'i, at least not on the mountain. Unless, which is not very common here, unless Uhuru then had somebody he had groomed. But preferably again from the mountain. So that when he leaves, somebody takes over. In some countries, even family members, even George Moho.
Mbaya.
Yeah, chukua Jubilee. Yeah. In fact, let me tell you, if Moho took over Jubilee, although he keeps saying he's not a politician,
he would have decimated DCP.
Yeah, it will be very difficult for a Gashagua to emerge. Because Jubilee had nothing. It's not like KANU. KANU ilikuwa na uchafu fulani, na kajina mbaya. There's nothing. Jubilee had no bad name. It's just that Uhuru had lost favor with the people of the mountain.
But it also tells you something about the people of the mountain that we keep referring to. Remember, Nyandarua has 5 constituencies. In the last election, UDA won 3, Jubilee won Olkalao and Kinangop. Okay?
Professor, any simu yako inatetemeka?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ideally, if Jubilee was as powerful as we suggest, we should have won all 5 constituencies.
If you want to talk to the mountain people, you will do it through Gashagua. And that in a big way, he will influence next year's election. Whether he runs or supports somebody, the person who gets his support, even in the process of nomination for the flag bearer, that person will have a head start over the others. But there's something that is not being seen by many people.
Which is
from the time Gashagua was working to become deputy president, because he was working. Yeah, those of us who were there could see it. I even remember my last appearance with him on TV. I remember telling him, "Bana, you kitu wewe utakuwa deputy." About a few months before. Now usinisahau. Yeah, so
alikusahau?
Hajanisahau.
Oh.
He's not a bad man.
Okay.
So all the way until he was selected in that manner, the night of long knives, and then when he became deputy president, and then when he was removed, Gashagua has been moving slowly but surely to becoming the main man in Mount Kenya.
Since before he became DP.
Yes. And there have been obstacles.
Yeah.
The first obstacle in his way is that he didn't even look anything, leave alone presidential. You know that, eh?
I remember there were all these conversations about his dress code.
Yeah, even how he eats and all those things.
Yeah.
I want you to see that trajectory. He has been moving steadily, and some of these things he's leaving behind and managing to create a position for himself that he now occupies. And when you add on Olkalao, Rigathi Gashagua is moving to a point where not many people are seeing.
Which is where?
Many people still say Gashagua is good, he's respected, he's loved, people love what he's doing because people hate Ruto and he's doing what they want to hear. He's saying the things they want to hear by hitting at Ruto. But the president, no. This is what you hear. But I want to tell you, just like he has managed to do impossible things along the way,
yes,
this last one, Gashagua could as well achieve.
And by
that simply means
president
to create now the image of a president, acceptability, and this Olkalao thing pushes him closer to that one final push he needs. And my friend, at the right time, Gashagua could very easily present himself for presidency in this country. Yeah. He's not been doing these things just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And if anybody is sitting somewhere and thinking Gashagua will make him president, let them think very hard.
Medipatia goosebumps, Prof.
Why?
Why? Oh, I know. If Gashagua lands in State House at one point, I wouldn't be surprised. He's been moving towards it, but people are seeing the obstacles only. They are not seeing the steps and the moves he's making. They are only seeing the obstacles. Even when he overcomes them, they see the next one. They are still stuck in their mind. And the guy is moving every passing day, and every activity, every event like Olkalao pushes him closer to that point where it will be inevitable that he goes for the presidency and the people support him.
Let me ask, how possible or impossible is it that one day we wake up just before 2027 elections and we see a merge between President Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua once again?
How is it? How impossible?
How possible or impossible?
There's nothing like the word impossible is never used in politics.
Not in this country.
No, almost everywhere.
Tunaweza amka siku moja tusikie.
Yeah. If Raila could be with Ruto. I mean, how many people thought that possible? At least with Uhuru, maybe kidogo. They were from the same breed. They grew up together.
Dynasty.
Yeah, these are the same dynasties. The Kina Uhuru boys, the boys Uhuru, the young Uhuru, they will be running up in Jaramongi's compound with Kina Ruto Odinga, we've been told. So that wasn't quite difficult to fathom. But Ruto and Raila sitting together to have tea and working together, who could have imagined that possible?
Remember they had a fallout earlier on. And after that fallout, the things that were said, one would never have seen it. Yeah, I mean, even if you are as smart as a teacup, there's absolutely no way you could have foreseen that, and yet it happened.
And it is not just here. How could Mandela sit with those Wazungus after what they did to him?
27 years
a man puts you in for 27 years. You leave your young, beautiful wife. Come back when she's an old, haggard woman. I mean, and then you still sit with them. So I think human nature is that there is that nature of human beings we want to think. We want to not to see. People are naturally good. People are just good. It is circumstances that force people like City to become bad and not buy me tea. But inside them, they're just good people. So this forgiving thing is a human nature. Because if the world wasn't peopled by people who have this forgiving thing, the world would not be there. People will have killed each other. The fact that people can stay together after people have done all manner of things to them should show you that by human nature, we are good people.
Okay.
And we are forgiving. And we are understanding. So, Ruto, to sit down with Gashagua, to me, I will not. Many people will be disappointed. Again, many people. But it will not be surprising.
Okay.
No, not to anybody who is reasonable. No, it won't be surprising. And they will always create reasons. Raila told us he agreed to work with Ruto because the military was taking over. Somebody told him, so what?
Yeah, the person who said him, so what, clearly doesn't understand what that meant. Military taking over. The first thing that suffers, the constitution is suspended.
Yes.
Just that.
I think for that particular person, it was just like, yani, of all the things, of all the strategies, of all the reasons,
So to answer your question more directly, yes, I would not be surprised if Ruto worked with Gashagua tomorrow.
Because right now
it looks most unlikely today, given what Ruto has done to Gashagua. But look here again. If Ruto didn't do to Gashagua what he did to Gashagua, would Gashagua be the man he is today? Would he be anywhere near presidency?
In fact, he'd be
like Jesus.
He would be further from it.
Yes. The Christians feel pained to watch the Christ on the cross. But do they must also accept that if Jesus wasn't crucified, then they would not be worshipping.
There would be no Christianity.
There's no Christianity. So there are certain things that look painful, but sometimes are necessary.
Right now, if the headlines are anything to go by, it seems that Gashagua is a very valuable commodity right now. Hot cake.
Where is he a hot cake?
If we go with that narrative of he has defeated not Raila, he has defeated Ruto in the mountain, and if indeed he does command the mountain just like Prof has said, then those are very much needed votes, man.
There's something else before sit so that he can respond in the remaining minutes. I know time is dying. City, do you know there's something inescapable in the country, and this is that the rise of Sifuna has unsettled a lot of politicians, not just Ruto, including those in the united opposition, badly, and they are rattled. This victory for Gashagua helps restore some lost glory and control. Yeah, because if you look at the Kangatas and the rest and Ndindi Nyoros and a few more who are going to emerge, Gashagua's foothold was beginning to get challenged. And this victory on all Kalau is very important.
It has thwarted all that.
Yes, it is really important. It makes people like Rum Kangata think twice before they do the things they are doing, which would appear to be in direct confrontation with Gashagua.
Gashagua.
Yeah. So this Al-Kalau is very important to Gashagua.